beautiful on the other side. I'm here trying to make the best of the day as I can and all that whatever else. So I'm here bringing you another video of the fallness or whatever it might be for where you are as these nails of awesomeness and all that. And what I'm bringing you is some thumbs up of it all. Yes, if you know what that means, maybe you do, then maybe stay tuned to the video and you will see that. Well, here we go with my first thumbnail art for you. Red. Of course, after putting on the base coat, like this. And so with that, here is the nice, full, true red. Getting on this nice, long nail of a thumb. Yes, that's right, I said nail of a thumb. The long nail on my thumb here. If we do my nice long thumb nail on my left hand. And then here we go with some white coloring from the same brand as I've been using for a good while now. Getting a little bit of that and a little bit of this other color. And I'm kind of mixing them together to get a nice little gradient to kind of go. And I'm going to use this black as well to mix within. So there we go. As you can see, this is the colors I'm going to use, just like you saw before, in all that gloriness and everything. So now I'm mixing them together once again because I want them to kind of be a blacky red on top of the red. And what I'm doing is I'm now doing my right one, which is a little harder. This one I'm doing with more of a black and red, and then the one I did with a white and red because one's like a lighter version of this one, and so I changed the white to black for this one. I'm doing the same techniques I did with the other one, and then I'm going to get a gem like you saw for it. I'm going to use this Kiss because using a nice glue like this helps much better than just using nail polish to put it on. So I go tap, tap, tap to be fab to make sure it will stick on nicely. It doesn't last forever and ever because it probably might pop off at some point and take some nail polish with it, but at least it will last for a little while and be fabulous. So we go, yes, it's a little tricky to get that, so I just use my nail to kind of grab it off because this rubber mat that I'm using can kind of hold the gem a little too well. But that's beside the point. So then we go there, we get to the other one where I'm dabbing on a little bit of the Kiss glue as well. I like the brush because the other one where you have to push it out on the top, gets more glue on the top and it doesn't last as long because you don't want the glue to get around it or it permanently shuts it and it's not usable anymore. So yeah, the one with the brush is probably the best one, at least in my opinion, if you're gonna get one of those nail glues like I'm using. Yes, as you see, like I said, it's hard to get it off this mat sometimes. I'm trying to use my nail and get it to get loose enough, but it is a rubbery thing. But there you go. I did kind of the same technique as I did the one to get the thing. Don't have my tool out to use that has a little bit of wax at the end, but there we go. Getting it all nice and snug on there in the place I want, right there in the middle at the bottom, where I like to put a gem a lot of the times. That way just to hold it all in, top coat as always. If you don't do that, it won't last as long, your Manny. And all that up, and then all your hard work pays off to show right. And now we get to another one, as I'm going to show you another Manny, and this is going to be the opposite with these, but a French one. This time, just some gold and black, just some simple, even more simple, not having to do any gems or anything. Only fancified part is I'm going to outline that line with black. And all that else like I'm doing right here, just kind of dabbing it on, doing my best of my ability with this really long left thumb once again, which is always much easier for me. And then we're going to see the contrast in a few minutes on my other one. But so far, getting that on, dabbing it, dab, 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 to be fab, once again. And now here we go to the other nail, which is, if you can tell, oof, I just swirled my words a little bit. It's a little harder, but there we go. That's a good angle for the camera. But yes, it is harder for me to paint my right hand, as I am right hand dominant. So when I'm not using my right hand to paint with, it's harder. But I'm getting there, see? I'm not doing too bad. And I'll be putting that line on it as well with that gold I just used on that one, as you can see. Just getting the little grooves to make sure there's no gaps and all that awesomeness without it touching my skin. So there we go, getting a little bit of that gold, and now we're gonna make that line to really finish it off. I like to do this, not with every French, but it's a nice way to make a simple French, just have that ever so slightly more. It's a little tricky when you're using the other brush, and then you don't get enough on the brush. You're not using the brush from the bottle because it's not as saturated on the brush, but you try your best and you get it on there, and if you need to, you go get more. we go. Got that one done. See the contrast with all that awesomeness. Like I said, this one is going to sparkle in the background. Ooh, nice. This is what it looks like. Now let's get to it. This is one of the colors I'm going to use as the background before I put all that green sparkle. And maybe that works for that fall time, or if it's getting closer to Christmas, you can use that for Christmas as well. So here we go, putting it on for that one, and this is the base I'm going to use on my other one, and this will be for my left finger. The other one I'm using the other thin one, so it's going to be more see-through. This one's going to be more opaque before I put the sparkle on. So these are my two base colors, besides putting on the base coat, the clear base coat too. Hold it all in and not get my nails tinted and to just last longer. And now here is the gold, well, not gold, but sparkle to put on. And I'm going to dab it on this makeup brush because it makes the sparkle be more intensified, taking some of the background clear polish out of it so you can get more of it. It's usually pretty good to make sure the base coat is nice and dry, and then dab as much as you like, getting more on there to get the nice sparkle effect. And you do a few coats of that to get it nice and thick. Came out pretty well on this one, I would have to say, as I did a few more dabs of that awesome gold sparkle. And now we get into this one. But just so you know, the other one, I did do that green sparkle, just a thinner one without dabbing it. But now we put on this base coat. Ooh, now I'm going to show you putting on the base coat. Isn't that so satisfying and everything? As we do our last double mani on my thumbs for today. So here we go with this color. This is the base I'm going to do for this one, because I'm doing a nice milky one. I'm using an off-white kind of pinky color, because usually that can be a little bit better than using pure white. Unless you really want pure white, then hopefully you got a good pure white, because these colors like this seem to get very milky and stringy. So, and then I'm putting on a second coat, as this is going to be showing for the most part on the mani. So I want to make sure that it shows it nicely and there's no weird streaks going on in this manicure, and make it look as flawless as I can with the annoyance that this kind of colors seem to do in polishes, even in really good polishes. So there we go. I thought I'd just hold this one in with a top coat before I put my design on it, as that kind of smoothed out the color there, I thought. And this is one of the colors I'm going to use. It's a very generic color, but then we get into this one, which is going to go with it. I'm doing a dark one and a light one. I'm going to use some of this holographic from China Glaze, as you can see here. And then what I do is I'm going to put it on this brush, and I'm going to mix the colors together, give it that kind of effect that you might do in like a gem kind of like you see in the amethyst kind of colors, but without it being amethyst colors, because those are purple, but they're usually kind of intertwined colors, or like, let's see, or turquoise has some intertwining of blues and greens and stuff like that, tealy color. And there we go with that. I'm doing this technique that I've been seeing around. Sometimes you can get the line really straight, but it's okay for how I'm doing it. So I'm doing like a mani, like a French was what I'm trying to say. And that's the other one I did. And I'm going, here we go, putting on the line like I do with the other one. The other one was the opposite colors of this. So there's that. This one is with the dark on the tip and the light on the bottom. The other one I did the dark and a light on the tip, but with both black line like that. So you'll see the contrast as you did. So there we go.
Well, I bet you enjoyed those 4 different nail arts on the thumbs. So if you enjoyed it, and you better have enjoyed it, thumbs it up, because why not, as it was thumbnails. Yes, I know, I'm being a little on the nose about the thumbsing it up right there, but if you never thumbs up a video, why not thumbs up a video that is about thumbnails? I know, the fallness of them. And I hope you enjoyed those, because I enjoyed making them, and all that great awesomeness and everything. So, as I stay warm, like I've said, till next time, sparkle, sparkle, bam!